it's Miss Teresa, and today we're going to be going over the grand staff in treble clef. So the notes on the grand staff all kind of have a pattern in between the lines and spaces of the grand staff. So there's some easy ways to help you kind of remember the notes on the grand staff. But it does take practice and just repetition of knowing which note goes on a space or a line, and so on and so forth. So in treble clef, right, we have 5 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And middle C always goes right here. It has its own kind of special line right in between treble clef and bass clef. So if we had treble clef up here and bass clef right here, right, the middle C would have its own little special line here. So that's where middle C always is. So middle C, right? Right after middle C, we have D. D is right above middle C, but right below this first line here. So that's D. So these two are probably the easiest, hopefully, to remember, because they're the first 2 in line as far before you even get to the first line here. So after C and D, you have the line. So this line here is E. E. So E is the first line. The next line up is G. And after that, it is B. And then after that, it's D. And then after D comes F. So an easy way to help you remember the lines of the treble clef, right? We're in treble clef right now, is every good boy does fine. Or my favorite is every good baby dances funny. So if you can remember like a little baby dancing funny, I just think of my daughter dancing funny. You can remember this. So every good baby dances funny. Those are the lines. So the spaces are a little different. So you can easily get, the notes, obviously, if you think, what goes between E and G would be the letter F, right? So you can do it like that as well if it helps you. So this note here is F, right here is A, right here is C, and then right here is E. So this actually spells out the word face. I know I kind of grouped it all together, but F-A-C-E are the spaces for treble clef, face. So if you can remember a little smiley face for the spaces going up, then you got it. So every good baby dances funny and face. So those are the lines and spaces of the treble clef, and hopefully this helps you remember the notes here. And so when you're on the piano, right, it would be, so this was middle C, right, like we talked about. Middle C has its own little line down here, and then there's D, right? And then going up are the lines and spaces. So you have F, D right here. E is that first line, right? So remember, this is middle C. Middle C, D, E, and then F, right? Because face, G, and so on and so forth, going all the way up. And then B, we'll stop here. B. So as you notice too, as we start going up the treble clef, the stems are actually gonna start facing down. And that's just because, like, say you get all the way up here to E, the music, whoever created the staff, they wanted it all to be kind of uniform and keep the stems on the staff itself. So the stems start pointing down as the farther you go down. But say we just stop at like A, all the stems are going up. I usually start with like C through G for beginners. So yeah, that's how it looks right here, and that's how it would look on your piano as well. So face, every good baby dances funny.